Oh, hi. Welcome back to our vegan kitchen. It's been a couple of minutes. We've been so wrapped up in our other channels, but we're ready to show the love today for St. Patrick's Day, and we're going to do it in a vegan, gluten-free type of way. So I have never liked Irish soda bread until I was an adult, but when I rediscovered it as an adult, I love it. I just really love it. Toasted with some vegan butter on it. It's delicious. But in the last year, I realized that I really need to be gluten-free. So a lot of my old favorites I've been having to try and remake. And Irish soda bread, it's tricky. Let's just say that, because you don't get that surface tension like you would with regular bread. So you kind of gotta do extra stuff. Now I know a traditional Irish soda bread does not have egg in it. But if we don't put some sort of an egg or something into it, it's going to turn into a burnt turd. And we want this to taste good. We don't want to throw it in the garbage. So I'm trying out a new gluten-free flour today. I don't think I've used this one yet. This is the King Arthur one. King Arthur 1-for-1 all-purpose. In fact, Amazon just knocked on the door and brought it to me like a couple hours ago. So I said, ooh, I'm going to make some Irish soda bread, baby. So I have, don't worry about the measurements or anything. They're all going to be in the info box below. But I have my flour in a big bowl here. You can do this in the mixer, of course, or in a food processor. But I figured I don't feel like washing those things, so let's just do it in this bowl. Also, more ingredients. Cane sugar, organic cane sugar, baking soda, hence the name soda bread, some salt, Himalayan sea salt, of course, and butter. I don't usually put butter in my Irish soda bread, but since I'm not using actual butter milk, I don't think there's enough fat in this milk that I'm using that it's going to be enough to like make it good. So we're substituting some butter. So I'm going to put all of these ingredients in here. And I'm just going to cut in the butter. And it's vegan butter, so it's going to cut in pretty quickly because it's soft already. It's, you know, the minute you take it out of the refrigerator, it's immediately soft, vegan butter. So I'm not going to bore you with that, but I am going to tell you that in this bowl over here, I have some Ripple vegan milk with a little bit of apple cider vinegar that I'm turning into vegan buttermilk.
How smart.
Right? So that's going to sit over here. Actually, we'll give it a little stir. Oh, you could see already. Look at that. It's like getting a little thick.
It's doing its thing.
Little droopy drawers in there. That's nice. That's almost like yogurt, like a really thin yogurt. So let me cut this in, and we'll come back, and I'll show you what we're going to do. All right, I'm not going nuts with this because it is what it is. So we're coming back to the, oh yeah, look at that, buttermilk.
Nice.
Vegan buttermilk for days. So now, life just got incredibly great because of egg substitutes like Just Egg or Simply Eggless or even, I think it's Naruto. It's amazing. So this hadn't been possible in the past because, let's face it, those tapioca, whatever, flour, egg substitutes or flax eggs, they just don't cut it as far as I'm concerned. No. So we're going to add the equivalent of 1 large egg. So when you're using the Just Egg, it's 3 tablespoons. And I'm going to drop a little knowledge on you guys.
Whoa.
In the future, I'm going to be coming out with my own Just Egg dupe. Oh.
Mm.
So stay tuned for that, or subscribe for that. So we're just going to mix this in. If you're doing this with regular flour, you really don't need the egg. Or if you're doing this with an actual egg, whatever. But that's that. Now we're going to mix the wet with the dry. Pour it all into the center. And we're going to start to... Oh, yes, the dog is drinking.
Lulu.
Tank up, baby.
Oh.
All right, we're going to mix this until we get a nice dough. It doesn't matter if you overmix because this isn't a gluten flour. The gluten would get pretty tough if you were making Irish soda bread and you overmixed, but this isn't gluten, so we can mix for days.
Convenient.
Exactly. We're also going to add in a cup of raisins. And I never liked raisins as a kid either.
Really?
But now
I
I
love
really
them.
now I really love them. It's more than like, it's love. It's coming together. And I have my cast iron pot in the oven preheating to 400 degrees. So once I shape this, I'm just going to drop it in there. But you don't have to do that. You could do this in a cake pan or a pan. But I'm doing it in my cast iron because I got one. I might as well use it, right?
Yeah.
So this is like a cup of raisins. And I'm going to actually get some parchment paper and put that on the table and knead this a little bit until we get a nice mound. It will be a little bit sticky. Shocker.
Mm.
What do you think about that?
Pretty good.
You want to make sure to incorporate all of the flour. I always hated dough fingers.
Mm.
Alright, so we're going to shape this into a half moon, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody would always be like, oh, you have to make a cross on the top because it's like a religious holiday or whatever. But honestly, the cross is just so the steam can escape.
Smart.
So it's not really religious, but I went to Catholic school, so, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's our X, marks the spot. So now we're going to pop this in the oven.
No jumpies.
I know. And that's going to stay in there for 45 minutes. And if it starts to get too brown on the top, you can put a little piece of foil over it. But being in the Dutch oven, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Get in! Why won't you go in? There we go. See you in 45. All right. It's out of the oven. It's been cooling for 15 minutes because my husband's too damn impatient. So we got to cut it. I do have to tell you, though, 45 minutes was not long enough in the oven. I converted this recipe from a gluten recipe. I had to up the time. It's been so long since I've done gluten-free baking that I forgot that you really have to cook it a lot longer than regular wheat flour. So let's hope it's not a turd. Let's cut it up. So let's see. It is a little crusty on the outside. That's to be expected. It is a little stodgy on the inside, but it is gluten-free. Hey, we're just happy to have bread, you know? It's a little crumbly. It's a little bit hard on the bottom.
It seems to be.
But, let's see. Alright, well, it is crumbly. If I made it again, it's tasty though. If I made it again, I would probably double the egg. But let's see what my husband thinks. We're gonna put a little butter on it for him. All right, I'm gonna switch with him in a minute. I'm just gonna take this for myself first. I'll let you see what he thinks.
Let's see. No, let's see. Yeah, the bottom is definitely like...
A little hard. Well, it is quite tasty though. I think.
You always cut the bottom off.
Yeah. For gluten-free.
Yeah, that's good.
You just started gluten-free this week, so
Right.
I hope you enjoy.
No, I like it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I hope you guys give it a try. Soda bread's not only for St. Patrick's Day. You can have it anytime.
Of course.
It's great with a cup of tea. It's great in the morning as toast. So, have at it.
I didn't go to eat this whole thing.
No!
It's dinner, right?
No. We're having Mexican. So, what do you want to tell everybody? Subscribe for more, right?
Absolutely.
And see you next time. And until then,
Much love.
yeah! All right, so here's a little epilogue.
We're eating
We
a lot.
both attacked it.
We're eating a lot.
We have eaten like a quarter to a third of the loaf already
No.
between the two of us.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have. It's really good. In retrospect, I think maybe if I had cooked it maybe 5 minutes less, it wouldn't have been as dry on the inside, but I still would have upped the eggs. But it's really, I mean, it's really good.
I like
The
it.
flavor is really nice. So,
I literally could just cut a slab off and just have that for dinner.
wow. Okay.
Really.
I'm down for it.
Don't bother.